Everybody, Felicia Searcy here, your transformational life coach and partner in believing. It is my joy to be here sharing this transformational information with you in order to help you live the life that you love living. You were created to thrive. Thriving is natural, and it is my joy to help you as your partner in believing create a life that is truly worthy of you. So, today I want to share about what to do with disappointment. That, you know, you're studying this, you've got a vision, you're applying it, you're taking action, and things just don't work out the way that you had hoped, or they're not moving as quickly, or you're not getting the results that you think you should be getting compared to the effort that you're putting in. Believe me, I understand. I can so relate to this because I know for years it felt like, even after decades of this study, that no matter what I did, I'd get up to a certain point and it's like there was a ceiling. And no matter how hard I worked, I could not break past that ceiling. I'd get real close and then I'd slide back down, and I'd get close and I'd slide back down. And I can remember feeling super frustrated. And it was in that moment of frustration that I remember saying, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get this figured out no matter what. And so there's some things, I changed some things, I shifted some things. And when I look back, particularly over the last 4.5 years, and I look at the level of my results, I have the level of my results to such a degree that people are calling me and asking, what's happening? What are you doing? I want to know what you're doing because I want to create the kind of results that you're creating. I realize that there are some key elements that I've started applying that I don't know that I was really applying before. So I want to go through just a couple, scratch the surface really in this very short video, but to begin to get you thinking, you know what, it really is possible for me to break past that barrier. So first and foremost, it's to understand that you are not the house on the block that cannot get wired for electricity. Law is law, and law works. It's just like electricity. It is as real and tangible as electricity. Just because we couldn't flip the switch for millions of years didn't make it any less real or available to us. And I can only imagine Thomas Edison 10,000 tries before he finally found that nuance of a movement where he was then able to flip the switch and activate the power of electricity. I mean, 10,000 nuanced little movements. And sometimes that's what it takes. But in order to be able to keep taking those movements, we've got to know with every fiber of our being that this is real. That it's not something that somebody made up. And it's not real for everybody else, but not for us. That, again, every single one of us has access to electricity. Every single one of us has the ability truly to create it well. So number one, it's to really own that with every fiber of your being, because that goes a long way to helping you interact with events that may not go exactly the way that you want them to go, because you know that the power's there, and the power's there in your fingertips, and it's possible for you. The second thing I'm going to encourage you to do, and as I do when I bump up against disappointment, is I go back and I revisit my vision. Am I in love with my vision? And am I so in love with it that I'm going to stick with it no matter how long it takes? Would there be anything that could veer me off of my path? When I think about doing this, my husband and I talk about investments for when we get older and, those kinds of things. And I'm like, my gosh, I could not imagine serving in this capacity. Bob Proctor is my hero. That man is almost 81 years old and he is still going strong. So you want a vision that is so compelling that you could not imagine stopping your movement toward it. The third piece is to look at, how am I interacting with my vision? Am I interacting with my vision in a way that puts it out here? Now, this is the discipline, because our facts are not demonstrating our vision. How do we know that? Well, that's the very nature of a dream. It's the very nature of a vision. It's something that has not happened yet. So when we have a desire, when we have a longing, when we have an image of something that we're moving toward, it's really easy to get seduced and caught up in facts that are telling you this isn't happening. So you want to look at, how am I relating to this? Am I relating to it as something that I'm hoping for? Am I relating to it as something that I'm wishing for? Or am I the man or the woman who is living it? Am I putting myself in the middle of it, seeing it happening now? There's a great term that my teacher Mary Morrissey uses that's been so helpful for me, and that's to say to myself, this is what it looks like while it's all coming together. You're building a house. You've got bricks all over the place. This is what it looks like as you are building the house. This is what it looks like. This is my learning curve. Here's the disappointment. Here's the act that I took, the action that I took didn't quite work out the way that I wanted to, yet this is all part of it. This is what it looks like while it's all coming together. Now, with that, the fourth key piece of managing disappointment is learning how to do what's called stacking your wins. Because we can get really fixated on the things that aren't working, but I'm betting there are things that are working. Even the fact that you took the action step. You want to learn how to source yourself with a feeling of success, with a feeling of accomplishment, the fact that you took the step. And you want to imaginally see that step going successful. Even if it didn't happen then. Like, I know when I make phone calls and I have conversations with potential clients and potential organizations, and if they're organizations that I would love to serve, even if it didn't happen in that moment, I imaginally see the conversation going the way that I would love, so I can then create that visceral memory. I can literally begin to get neurons firing in my brain that recognizes this as normal. So you want to celebrate your successes every night. With the people that I have the privilege of being able to work with personally, one of the things that I have them do is write down 5 successes every night. What are 5 wins? What did you do today that showed that you were on the field? It creates a very different energy than, it's just not working. To shift your energy from that to, okay, so this is working. Here is what is working. The next thing to do is that when you feel yourself wanting to get disappointed, to stop that pattern, love that part of you that wants to get, this isn't working, and then to ask yourself, all right, now if I really believed that this was going to happen, if I believed that success was inevitable, and I want you to write that down. Success is inevitable. Success is mine. If I really believe that, then even in the face of this, what's the action I would take? This is why you want a vision that you have a burning desire for. You got to have that vision that has the desire to generate the soul force necessary in order to keep moving forward, even in those times of disappointment and discouragement. And then finally, get support. When I look at the key ingredient that has caused me to make the radical shift in my results, to move from an almost it to a technicolor it life, the single most indescribably powerful move that I did was to find somebody who could systematically hold my hand and walk me through this process, walk me through this formula, and have her arms around me every step along the way when there was that part of me that wanted to collapse, when there was that part of me that got discouraged, and when there was that part of me that got nervous about a new level of success, because that's the other piece with this. It's learning how to wire our system for a new degree of success. And having a mentor, having a teacher, of course, I would love to be able to work with you, but regardless of who it is, all successful people have other people around them, supporting them, mentoring them, guiding them. Successful people know they cannot do this on their own. And when I really got that, when I moved past the Lone Ranger syndrome and realized I need help, I need tangible, hands-on help from somebody who has walked this before. That was the breakthrough moment. All right, everybody, I'd love to hear your breakthrough moments. I'd love to hear how you're applying this, the changes and the transformation that you're experiencing in your life. Post them below in the comment section this video. I so appreciate those of you that are commenting, whether it's below this video, and please do it below the video, because sometimes you guys are sending it to my email, which is great, but I want everybody to enjoy this. Post them on my Facebook, share this with your friends and family, because believe me, they're experiencing discouragement as well. Feel my hug, my admiration, my deep belief, and deep, deep gratitude of being able to serve you in this way. You truly are worthy of all good things, and you have the power to create anything that you desire. I look forward to hearing from you. God bless everyone. This is Felicia Searcy.